Fucking sweet. Let me put the top chat on. Live chat, yes. Ah, fuck. Right back. Okay. Hopefully everything's going good. Ah, for fuck's sake. I did have an idea, though, for tonight to plug in through an HDMI cable the chat. Because I have not done that. This is not the HDMI cable that I was talking about. This is the HDMI cable I was talking about. Beautiful. Here we go. You're right there, folks. This could be funny. It could be disastrous. Oh, fuck that! Alright, so we'll use this. And this TV just as a monitor for the chat. Maybe. None of this is designed to fit into this slot, so everything's kind of weird. Oh, fuck that! I wanted to do it this way because I can tell where the audio goes, so it's just better for me. Okay. Oh, some thumbs it up. We're live. Let's go ahead and go to my stream. And I just like my own stream. There we go. Audio's coming out of the right spots. Beautiful. Alrighty. So this is going to be the chat for tonight. So I don't have to keep like looking behind me. And yeah, I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition. I've been playing it for 10 years. So yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, chat just popped up. We got it. Top chat, live chat. Let's go ahead and have a pop out chat. And then, oh, the real trick. The real trick is to, because of the really bad Wi-Fi right now. Let me see. Oh, no, it does seem to work. Okay, it came up from there. All right, we got full screen chat and music or stories. I took this out for no reason. It was so cold a minute ago. Yeah, you guys remember I started like the 9-hour and 20-minute iceberg of unexplained stuff? But it's so much better now because now I can have my chat.
This is the ultimate iceberg of the unexplained, bizarre, and unsolved.
In fact, this is a good split screen situation.
11BX1371. This is the name of a mysterious, unsettling, and unnerving 2-minute black and white video with a soundtrack of loud, discordant, buzzing noise featuring a person dressed in a plague doctor costume walking and standing around in an abandoned building. Hidden messages have been found in the video and its spectrogram, as well as images of and people. The messages have been decoded and interpreted as implying a threat of against the U.S.
Go ahead.
Were reported in Puerto Rico in 1995 and sightings have since been reported across the Americas and even in other countries. Physical
I like to
descriptions
listen
of
to
the
creepy
creature
stuff
vary,
all night,
with
so
some
that's just what I
describing
do.
it as a reptilian and alien-like, and others depicting it as more dog-like. While many reports of the Chupacabra have been dismissed as uncorroborated or lacking evidence, there have been several reported animal
I don't think I
deaths
missed any
that
chat.
match the creature's supposed habits. There are different theories about the Chupacabra's origins.
I also didn't
and
post it to
existence.
IP2, to be fair.
Benjamin Radford's investigation suggests that the original eyewitness report in Puerto Rico was actually based on the creature sealed in the 1995 science fiction horror film Species. Radford also notes that the reports of
What was the other
blood-sucking
creature
by
in
the
Species? I
Chupacabra
thought that was
were
just
never
the
confirmed
chick.
by a necropsy. Instead, the reports of the Chupacabra attacks in the United States are believed to be coyotes infected with a parasite. Despite scientific explanations, the legend of the Chupacabra has remained popular in modern culture, and it has been featured in music, television shows, films, and even a Magic the Gathering card. Elisa Lam mystery. The mysterious death of Elisa Lam in 2013 at the Cecil Hotel in
I think most people know about this one where she was found in the water tank upstairs.
Lam, a Canadian
Really
tourist
creepy.
who struggled with bipolar disorder and depression, was last seen alive in a security camera footage showing her behaving erratically in a hotel elevator. After Lam's parents reported her missing, her body was discovered in one of 4 1,000-gallon tanks, providing water to guest rooms and a coffee shop. An autopsy was inconclusive, but later determined her death to be an accidental drowning with bipolar disorder as a significant factor. Several theories have emerged to explain Lam's strange behavior in the elevator video, including that she was trying to escape from someone who was pursuing her. She was also having a psychotic episode due to her mental illness, or that she was under the influence of illicit drugs. The circumstances surrounding her death are also strange, as doors and stairs that access the hotel's roof were locked, and any attempt to force them open would have triggered an alarm. The lids of the water tanks were also heavy and difficult to replace from within. The complete information regarding her death is unclear, leading to many questions and theories about what really happened.
What really happened?
ElsaGate. This is a term used to describe a controversial topic related to videos on YouTube and YouTube Kids. These videos are categorized as child-friendly, but contain themes that are not appropriate for young children, such as graphic violence, situations, and dangerous or upsetting activities. Most of these videos feature fictional characters from family-oriented media used without legal permission. The videos are often produced with inexpensive animation techniques and are tagged in ways that circumvent child safety algorithms. Despite the objectionable content, these videos received positive reception and attract millions of views. The controversy surrounding ElsaGate gained public awareness in 2017, which led to stricter guidelines.
This guy kind of sounds like that Josh Block guy that Mr. Bass has on. Meow.
Guidelines for children's content on YouTube. Many celebrities and media outlets have also discussed the issue. Concerns have been raised that these videos may desensitize or normalize inappropriate content and harm children who may find them more upsetting. Flight 19 mystery. Flight 19 was a group of 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers that disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle on December 5th, 1945. All 14 airmen on the flight were lost, and the search plane that was sent in to find them also vanished, resulting in 27 people missing. A report by Navy investigators concluded that the flight leader mistook small islands for the Florida Keys after his compasses stopped working, resulting in the flight heading over open sea and away from land. However, the exact cause of the incident remains a mystery, and Flight 19 has become a prominent part of Bermuda Triangle lore, with many theories suggesting paranormal or extraterrestrial involvement. The incident has also been the subject of books, documentaries, and even a feature film. MH370. Malaysian Airlines Flight 370 disappeared on March 8, 2014, en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. The Boeing 777 vanished from air traffic controllers' radar screens over the South China Sea, and the subsequent search became the most expensive in aviation history. Despite numerous debris pieces washing up on shores in the western Indian Ocean, no conclusive explanation has been provided for the cause of the crash. The Australian Transport Safety Bureau initially suggested that a hypoxia event may have been the most likely cause, but other investigators have considered hijacking and cargo manifest suspicion as potential theories. The Malaysian government's final report in July 2018 was inconclusive. The disappearance has raised questions about aircraft tracking and flight recorders and resulted in new standards for aircraft.
That thing's a level 17 behemoth just standing there out in the open. I was wondering why my characters were all aggroed nonstop as I was walking around. Turns out there's a really strong enemy. Let's kick its ass. Anyways, back to the stories.
Reporting and cockpit voice recorders. The loss of all 239 people aboard has made the incident the second deadliest involving a Boeing 777 and Malaysia Airlines' second deadliest incident overall. Fountain of Youth. The Fountain of Youth is a legendary spring that is said to possess the power to restore youth and vitality to anyone who drinks from it or bathes within it. The myth of the Fountain of Youth has been around for centuries, and it has captured the imagination of people around the world. While the Fountain of Youth is a fascinating concept, there are many bizarre and unsolved aspects of the legend that continue to intrigue people. No one knows for sure where the Fountain of Youth is located or if it even exists. Some stories claim that the fountain can be found on an island in the Caribbean, while others suggest that it is hidden deep within the jungles of South America. Another bizarre aspect of the legend is that it has been associated with a number of different historical figures, including Juan Ponce de Leon, the Spanish explorer who was often credited with discovering Florida in 1513. According to legend, this character was searching for the Fountain of Youth when he arrived in Florida, and he believed that he had found it in the springs of the area. Despite the many stories and legends surrounding the Fountain of Youth, there is no concrete evidence to suggest that it
Imagine showing up in Florida being like, the Fountain of Youth?
Historians have been searching for the fountain for centuries, but they have yet to discover any evidence of its existence. Freemasons. Freemasonry is a mysterious, fraternal organization that traces its roots back to medieval guilds of stonemasons. The organization is built around the idea of mutual support and protection, with Masons taking an oath of secrecy and support for their brethren. However, due to the organization's tradition of secrecy, it has become associated with many conspiracy theories. Freemasonry is veiled in allegory and symbolism, with the meaning taught through ritual and personal insights. The bulk of Masonic ritual involves degree ceremonies, which include taking new obligations, secret knowledge, and passwords. Freemasonry is diverse and inconsistent due to the independence of each Masonic jurisdiction, which sets its own rules and procedures. Despite this, Freemasonry remains an enigmatic and intriguing organization shrouded in secrecy and mystery. Goatman.
From
the
Freemasons
Goatman is
to
a creature that has become a part of Maryland's urban legend, described as a goat-human hybrid that is rumored to live in the woods of Prince George's County. The origins of the Goatman can be traced back to the early 1970s when University of Maryland student George Lizama completed a folklore project on the creature. Some legends surrounding the Goatman originate from the 1950s, with multiple dog deaths in Prince George's County being attributed to the creature. However, evidence suggests that passing trains may have been responsible for the deaths. The Goatman was commonly described as having a human face and a body covered in hair, although descriptions varied. The creature was also said to reside in a makeshift...
I thought its non-existence would contributed to its death, but who knew? It just got hit by a train. I pressed the button again, just didn't start playing. Okay. I started that. It's 1:05 a.m. Okay. I started that horror game, Manny's. It's really good. It's only $7.99 on Steam. Came out last year, and the sequel comes out this year. It's made by one dude named Bonesaw522. It's pretty cool. very bare bones minimum, but it's like it knows what it's doing.
Shelter in the woods, and occasionally it would attack dogs or beat cars with an axe. According to some versions of the legend, the Goatman was once a scientist who worked at the Beltsville Agricultural Research Center. An experiment involving goats went horribly wrong, and the scientist mutates into a half-man, half-goat creature who began attacking cars in the vicinity. In another version of the legend, the Goatman is an old hermit who lives in the woods and walks along Fletchertown Road at night. The legend was further popularized in 1971 when the death of a dog was blamed on Goatman by local residents.
What?
University of Maryland folklorist Barry Pearson believes that the Goatman legend has been kept alive by, quote, bored teenagers who repeat the story and suggest that the creature attacks couples frequenting Lover's Lane, stirring up interest in sites like Fletchertown Road. Despite evidence to the contrary, stories of the Goatman's existence continue to circulate, and law enforcement occasionally receives calls reporting sightings, although many of them turn out to be pranks. Have you seen this man?
That's a good one.
This man is an unexplained phenomenon where people from all over the world claim to have seen the same man repeatedly in their dreams since January 2006. Andrea Natella created the website everdreamthisman.com in 2008, featuring an identikit of the man, and it gained attention from the press and internet users in 2009. The website suggested 5 theories of the phenomenon, including this man being an example of Carl Jung's concept of the unconscious archetypal image, a manifestation of God, and a corporation mentally conditioning multiple people to dream the same man. Andrea Natella admitted this man was a marketing ploy, but never revealed what it was promoting. This man's notoriety spawned internet memes, references in films and television shows like The X-Files, and a manga...
I'm really tempted to get a t-shirt with that guy's face on it to see how many people say, I've seen that face before. Because I'm genuinely curious. Because I have seen that face before. Not in my dreams. I've seen it somewhere before, posted on online somewhere. I think the majority of people, that's where they've seen it. But it'd be fascinating to be like, I actually had a dream one time. He was in that dream. No, I don't think a stranger's going to admit that to you, though. They'd probably be like, that's a creepy shirt.
Series based on the hoax by Weekly Shonen magazine. The purpose of the hoax was to, quote, prime people to dream what they've never dreamed before, according to Vice. While people experiencing this same type of dreams is possible, there is no explanation for why so many people have dreamed of this man.
This man.
Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is a symbol that has fascinated people for centuries. While it is often depicted as a chalice or cup with miraculous powers, its true origins and existence remain shrouded in mystery. Many theories exist regarding the location and meaning of the Holy Grail, some of which are quite bizarre. One theory, proposed in the late 20th century by Michael Bagent, Richard Ley, and Henry Lincoln, suggests that the Holy Grail is not a physical object at all, but rather a symbol of the bloodline of Jesus.
What's up,
The theory
folks?
combines various myths about the Templars and Cathars with a prominent hoax about a secret order called the Priory of Sion. According to this theory, Jesus had children with Mary Magdalene, and their descendants became a dynasty. While the Catholic Church worked to destroy the dynasty, they were protected by the Priory of Sion and their associates, including the Templars, Cathars, and other secret societies. Another bizarre theory, proposed by an Austrian pseudo-historian in 1818, connects the Grail to contemporary myths surrounding the Knights of Templar. His work suggested that the Grail was not a physical relic, but rather a symbol of the secret knowledge that the Templars sought. There is no historical evidence linking the Templars to a search for the Grail, but subsequent writers have elaborated on the Templar theories. Despite these various theories, the true origins and existence of the Holy Grail remain shrouded in mystery. While it is often depicted as a chalice or cup with miraculous powers, its true nature and location continue to elude historians and researchers. I Feel Fantastic. The I Feel Fantastic video is a short, eerie clip featuring an android named Terra, created by John Bergeron, with the intention of being used for security, entertainment, or research purposes. However, he later rebranded Terra as a musical android and began offering music videos of her singing for a fee. The video gained viral popularity in 2009 as viewers were disturbed by Terra's unsettling singing and the strange geometry of the house in which the video was filmed. The video also featured mysterious shots of an empty field, leading to rumors and conspiracy theories that Terra was created by a serial killer who dressed her up in the clothes of his victims, and that the empty field was where he hid their bodies. However, these theories have no basis in fact, and it is suspected that Bergeron retreated from the internet due to harassment by fans. Despite this, the video remains a classic work of internet horror, inspiring countless parody and reaction videos, and leaving viewers with a sense of unease and unanswered questions.
I don't even know where to
Illuminati.
go with that.
The Illuminati is a name given to several groups, both real and fictitious, and its historical significance is widely known. However, it is the bizarre and unsolved theories about its existence that are truly intriguing. Despite the fact that the original Bavarian Illuminati was suppressed in the late 1700s, conspiracy theorists continue to insist that the Illuminati have survived to this day.
Shows two viewers. Just to let you folks know, I do have my chat on the screen up there. So, like, I'm not ignoring anyone. I just haven't seen any chat, so whatever. Although this is total non-tent face streaming, I get that. I also didn't post it to IP2 because I don't want to, keep promoting garbage streams. So, this is just for me. I just went live to chill for the rest of the evening. I'm not actually plugged into power on my cell phone, which isn't really a problem. I can plug it into power at any moment. So if, like, we get some ways in and there's more people, I can just plug it in at any second and we'll catch back up to where the battery's at 100. But right now, basically, if you're looking for a stream to just put on in the background and listen to something or hang out with somebody, that's kind of what my stream's like. Just kind of boring. But, I mean, also the bonus, I got the fucking, I've got 3 factors authentication over here with the video coming from my laptop and the audio coming from my Bluetooth. Like, I made sure to set that up at least a little bit because I knew as soon as these speakers are garbage in comparison, so you hear a bunch of tinny like noise coming from these speakers, so I made sure to put the output to the Bluetooth, which is the reason that I even have. Otherwise, I just use my Chromecast and have the chat on screen that way.
And are secretly manipulating world events. Mark Dice and other conspiracy theorists have claimed that many notable people were or are members of the Illuminati, including several U.S. presidents. Furthermore, some theories contend that historical events like the French Revolution, the Battle of Waterloo, and even the assassination of JFK were orchestrated by the Illuminati. The group's supposed infiltration of the Hollywood film industry has also been theorized as part of a communist plot to hasten the establishment of a new world order. While there is no concrete evidence to support these theories, their continued popularity suggests that the mystique and allure of the Illuminati remains strong. The fact that the group's name is used by several present-day organizations, some of which claim to be descended from the original Bavarian Illuminati, only adds to the confusion and intrigue surrounding the topic. Despite the lack of proof, the Illuminati continues to be the subject of fascination and speculation for many, making it one of the most bizarre and unsolved topics in modern times. Facebook information taps. Facebook's history of data breaches and privacy violations is extensive and deeply disturbing. One particularly unsettling aspect is the company's use of information taps, which allows it to access and collect data on users without their knowledge.
Just walk up this giant ridge.
These tabs can take many forms, including tracking cookies, facial recognition software, and automatic photo tagging. In some cases, Facebook has even collected data from users who have explicitly opted out of sharing their information. The implications of these practices are deeply troubling. Facebook's business model relies on the collection and sale of user data, meaning that the more information the company can gather, the more valuable it becomes. This has led to a culture of surveillance and exploitation, where users are constantly monitored and their private information is sold to the highest bidder. Even more disturbing is the fact that Facebook's information taps are often used to target vulnerable populations, such as children and low-income individuals. This has led to concerns about the potential for discrimination and abuse, as well as the impact on users' mental health and well-being. Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper is an infamous serial killer who terrorized the impoverished Whitechapel district of London in 1888, targeting females.
Just to clarify, we're still on like the first layer of the conspiracy iceberg. Like I said, it's 9 hours and 20 minutes. So all of these first layer things are stuff that everyone's heard of. Once we start to get into like Arcibo messages, or even like the Akashic record, well, that'll probably be like tier 2, and it's gonna get even stranger. Just saying, like, yeah, Jack the Ripper's like everyone knows Jack the Ripper, or at least what he did. Or
gruesome murders involved cutting the victim's throat before mutilating their abdomens and removing internal organs, leading to speculation that the killer had some anatomical knowledge. The murders were never solved, but due to the extensive newspaper coverage and letters claiming to be from the murderer, the public came to believe in the existence of a single serial killer known as Jack the Ripper. The case has since become a combination of historical research, folklore, and pseudo-history that has captured the public imagination to this day. What makes the case so creepy and bizarre is the brutality of the murders, and the fact that the killer was never caught, leading to endless speculation and theories about the Ripper's identity. The impoverished lifestyle of the victims also drew attention to the poor living conditions in the East End, galvanizing public opinion against the overcrowded and sanitary slums. The case has become a popular subject in works of fiction and non-fiction, with Ripperology coined to describe the study of the case. In 2015, the Jack the Ripper Museum opened in East London, attracting criticism and protests.
Maker. Yes, Rom? Remember to remind people to do the algorithm thing. Rom, they already know to like and subscribe and leave a comment. You are welcome. Ungrateful son of a...
Jersey Devil.
What's this?
The Jersey Devil, a legendary creature said to inhabit the Pine Barrens in South Jersey, is often described as a bipedal, kangaroo-like creature with a horse or a goat-like head, bat-like wings, horns, and a forked tail. According to popular folklore, the creature originated from a Pine Barrens resident named Jane Leeds, known as Mother Leeds. Leeds, who had 12 children and was pregnant for the 13th time, cursed the child in frustration, crying that the child would be the devil. In 1735, Mother Leeds was in labor, and the 13th child changed into the Jersey Devil, flying up the chimney and heading into the pines. Skeptics believe the Jersey Devil to be a creative manifestation of the imaginations of early English settlers in South Jersey, with plausible natural explanations, including boogeyman stories, the misidentification of known animals, and rumors based on common negative perceptions of the local rural population of the Pine Barren. It appears that the Jersey Devil meets the 6-point criteria outlined.
I'm sorry, but that would mean like it's just a bunch of like Appalachian white boys. Like, listen, there might be one of them might be the Jersey Devil. We got a bunch of poor white folks out here. One of them's a fucking Jersey Devil too. It's not good in the Pine Barrens. Don't come out here.
by Richard Dorson for establishing distinction among legendary creatures of American folklore. The Jersey Devil exists in oral tradition, inspires belief and conviction, has become personalized and institutionalized, is fanciful or mythical, and contains a, quote, comical side. Its incorporation into various forms of popular culture, including professional sports teams, toy lines, and fantasy works, further demonstrates its relevance and enduring presence in American folklore. JFK assassination. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963 has spawned numerous conspiracy theories involving the CIA, the Mafia, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, Cuban Prime Minister Fidel Castro, the KGB, or some combination of these entities. Despite the official Warren Commission report, many believe that the federal government covered up crucial information related to the assassination, and numerous researchers have pointed to its inconsistencies and errors in the official investigation. Some also claim that witness testimony indicating a conspiracy was ignored. Film and photographs were confiscated or withheld, and physical evidence was tampered with. The Zapruder film, considered by many to be the most important assassination record, has been subject to allegations of manipulation, as has President Kennedy's dead body itself. The long period of secrecy surrounding the assassination and the government's disposition of records have led to widespread suspicion of a cover-up. Jimmy Hoffa disappearance. James Riddles Hoffa was an American labor union leader who served as the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters from 1957 until 1971. He disappeared on July 30th of 75 and is widely believed to have been murdered by the Mafia, although his body has never been found. Many theories have been proposed about the location of his remains, including Giant Stadium and a landfill beneath the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City, New Jersey. There have been claims by various individuals that they know the identity of his killer and the location of his body, but no concrete evidence has ever been found. Hoffa's legacy remains controversial, with some viewing him as a champion of workers' rights and others as a corrupt figure who colluded with organized crime. Hoffa has been portrayed in various films and works of fiction, including the 2019 Martin Scorsese film, The Irishman, where he is played by Al Pacino. LHO.
I didn't see that movie, so I guess
this is a
he's gonna disappear.
Discovered in 2017 that features disturbing images, videos, and references to politics and conspiracies. Disturbing. This is a creepy website discovered in 2017 that features disturbing images, videos, and references to politics and conspiracies. Some people think it could be a trap for the FBI or a collection of illegal material. The site contains leaked personal information of politicians, possibly gathered by bots or during the WikiLeaks email scandal. It's believed by some that it is an art project created by someone interested in politics and conspiracies, possibly Mark Ezra Bono, a film director and photographer. However, the creators of the site are unknown, and its origins remain a mystery. LHOHQ and its sister site, ACDCA, have some concerning aspects, such as conspiracy theories and sensitive data. The people associated with its sister site seem to be using fake names and photos, and it's unclear why. It's difficult to draw any conclusion about either of these sites without more information. They could be an artistic project or part of a larger scheme with malicious intentions. Loch Ness Monster. The Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, is a creature that has been a source of fascination and intrigue for decades. Despite numerous sightings and alleged evidence, the scientific community largely dismisses its existence as hoaxes, misidentification, or simply wishful thinking. However, the belief in Nessie remains strong among many, with cryptozoology placing particular emphasis on the creature. What makes the legend of the Loch Ness Monster so intriguing is its elusive and unexplained nature. Despite countless searches, no concrete evidence of the creature's existence has ever been found. Skeptics point to the prevalence of water beast stories in medieval times as evidence that the...
So right now I'm at a point where I'm going to be hitting areas of no return with my quests in Dragon Age Inquisition. So I'm basically filling out all the maps in the game. because most of the areas, there's like 12 large areas that are self-contained. They're optional. So like the Western Approach, you can see I did all of this. There isn't really any quests left. One quest bugged. This bugged right here. This quest, Trouble with Darkspawn. That guy won't spawn in, and I can't complete the quest. So I'm like, damn. I looked it up, and it turns out it's a common problem. And they never patched it. Oh, and then this landmark, it was claimed, but the icon never disappears, even though I did claim the fort. So, like, yeah, I'm just doing a bunch of side quest stuff before I start the more hardcore missions that are main missions. Right now, I'm exploring the Storm Coast. Then after that, the Hissing Wastes I've hardly explored. Felt like a relevant thing to say.
The legend of the monster may have been fabricated or exaggerated over time. Despite the skepticism and lack of concrete evidence, the fascination with Nessie persists, with countless sightings and accounts continuing to be reported to this day. Majestic 12. Majestic 12, or MJ12 for short, is an alleged secret organization that appears in UFO conspiracy theories. According to supposed leaked government documents, MJ12 was formed in 1947 by President Harry S. Truman to recover and investigate alien spacecraft. However, the FBI declared the documents to be completely bogus, and many ufologists consider them to be an elaborate hoax. Some ufologists, including Linda Moulton Howe and Stanton T. Friedman, believe the documents to be authentic and argue that the US government has covered up knowledge of a crashed extraterrestrial spacecraft. The concept of MJ12 emerged during the period in the 1980s when ufologists believed there had been a cover-up of the Roswell UFO incident and speculated some secretive upper tier of the US government was responsible. Despite numerous investigations finding the documents were likely forgeries and that MJ12 did not exist, the concept remains popular among some UFO conspiracy theorists and has appeared in popular culture, including television, film, and literature. Man from Taured. The mystery of the man from Taured is a popular tale of a man who allegedly arrived at a Tokyo airport in 1954 bearing a passport from a non-existent country called Taured, and then vanished mysteriously from police custody. Despite some accounts suggesting he was from another dimension, the true story is that he was arrested in Japan in 1959 for using a false passport he had created, one supposedly issued by the fake country. There are no credible reports of his mysterious disappearance. Despite this, it remains a popular topic of interest to this day.
Fucking weird.
Mandela effect. The phenomenon of false memories is a bizarre and perplexing topic in psychology. False memories occur when someone recalls an event that did not happen or remembers it differently from the way it actually occurred. The concept was initially studied by psychological pioneers Pierre Janet and Sigmund Freud, and it's been suggested that suggestibility, activation of associated information, incorporation of misinformation, and source misattribution are the mechanisms underlying false memories. One fascinating experiment conducted in 1974 investigated the effects of language on the development.
Wait, is EBZ live right now actually trying to ride a bicycle? I knew it was too fucking good to be true. Fucking knew it. If EBZ was live trying to ride a bicycle, I'd watch that shit for sure. Mainly because it's hilarious. Double check something. We're pumping up the viewers. I'm creating my own bots right here. Right here, right now. Maybe. Okay.
Into false memory. Participants watched videos of car accidents and were asked how fast the cars were going when they, quote, smashed,
Okay, cool,
bumped,
it's working.
collided, hit,
I needed to
or
know that.
contacted each other. The verb used to describe the collision had a significant effect on the participants' estimates of the speeds of the car. The study suggested that the phrasing of a question can influence the response given, leading to a misconstruction of memory recall. False memories can sometimes be shared by multiple people, leading to this entry, a phenomenon known as the Mandela effect. Fiona Broom, a paranormal researcher, reported having a vivid and detailed memory of Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, despite Mandela actually dying in 2013. Broom speculated that the phenomenon could be evidence of parallel realities. Other examples of shared false memories include popular memories like the spelling of Berenstain Bears, Mr. Monopoly wearing a monocle, and the existence of a 1990s movie called Shazam starring Sinbad as a genie. This one I actually remember myself. Scientists suggest that false memories are shaped by cognitive factors that affect multiple people, such as social and cognitive reinforcement of incorrect memories or false news reporting and misleading photographs that influence the formation of memories based upon them. What are some of your memories that turned out to be incorrect in this reality? Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste was a brigantine discovered deserted and adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in 1872. Her crew of 7 were never seen or heard from again. The ship's cargo of alcohol was still intact, and the personal belongings of the captain and crew were undisturbed. Theories of foul play, including mutiny, piracy, and insurance fraud, were considered, but no evidence was found to support them.
Insurance fraud, my favorite.
Of much speculation and dramatization, with hypotheses ranging from alcohol fumes to paranormal intervention. The ship continued in service under new owners until it was deliberately wrecked off the coast of Haiti in an attempted insurance fraud in 1885. The Mary Celeste remains a byword for unexplained desertion and the subject of ongoing fascination and mystery. Max Headroom Incident.
I'm just going to sit here and eat Chinese food.
Signal hijacking incident of November 22, 1987 is a bizarre and unexplained event that remains a mystery to this day. The incident involved the pirate broadcast of an unidentified person wearing a Max Headroom mask and costume, who briefly took over the television signals of 2 stations in Chicago, Illinois, and sent a strange and disturbing message to thousands of home viewers. The first interruption occurred during the sports segment of WGN-TV's 9 o'clock p.m. newscast, where this person wearing the mask swayed erratically in front of a swiveling, corrugated metal panel, apparently meant to resemble Max Headroom's animated geometric background. The second incident occurred about 2 hours later during PBS member station's WTTW. The second incident occurred about 2 hours later during WTTW's broadcast of Doctor Who. The masked figure could be heard making reference to Max Headroom's advertisement for New Coke. The animated TV series Clutch Cargo, WGN sportscaster Chuck Swirsky, quote, greatest world newspaper nerds, and other seemingly unrelated topics. The video concluded with the masked figure's bare buttocks being spanked by a woman with a fly swatter while yelling, quote, they're coming to get me, and with the woman responding, bend over, bitch, as the figure was crying and screaming. The criminal investigation conducted by the Federal Communications Commission in the immediate aftermath of the intrusion could not find the persons responsible, and despite many unofficial inquiries and much speculation over the ensuing decades, the culprits have yet to be positively identified. The stunt required extensive technical expertise and a significant amount of transmitting power, and it is widely believed that the pirate broadcast originated from somewhere in the line of sight of both stations' broadcast towers, which were atop 2 tall buildings in downtown Chicago. No one has ever claimed responsibility for the stunt, and speculations about the identities of the character and his co-conspirators has centered on the theories that the prank was either an inside job by a disgruntled employee or a former employee, or was carried out by members of Chicago's underground hacker community. However, despite an official law enforcement investigation and many unofficial investigations, inquiries, and online speculation, the identities and motives of the hijackers remain a mystery. MKUltra. Project MKUltra was a covert human experimentation program conducted by the CIA from 1953 to 1973, aimed at developing tools and methods that could be used for brainwashing and psychological terror. MKUltra used a wide range of techniques, such as high doses of psychoactive electroshocks, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, and verbal and abuse. The program also illegally used U.S. and Canadian citizens as unwitting test subjects. The program was first exposed by the Church Committee and Gerald Ford's Presidential Commission on CIA activities in the U.S. in 1975. The investigations were hampered by the destruction of MKUltra files by CIA Director Richard Helms in 1973. Some surviving information was declassified in 2001. The origin of the project was the continuation of the work started by the Nazi doctors and World War II-era Japanese facilities. The CIA was also motivated by fear of Soviet brain perversion techniques and the increase of PTSD in Korean prisoners of war. Declassified documents indicate that they studied hypnosis, drug-induced hypnosis, and the relationship between personality and susceptibility to hypnosis. Due to its nature and destruction of most records, MKUltra has played a part in many conspiracy theories. Mothman. The
I love the
Mothman is a
Mothman.
humanoid creature that was reportedly seen in the Point Pleasant area of West Virginia from November 15, 1966 to December 15, 1967. The first newspaper report described it as...
Out of all of like the really common ones, what does it say? 45 minutes. Out of all the really like common, Bigfoot, the Jersey Devil we already went through, Wendigos. Mothman's definitely my favorite. The most fascinating, and also just the fact that like it seems to be kind of like an arbiter of doom. It's just kind of like there to like something bad's gonna happen, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's just kind of there to witness the events. It seems like, I don't know. I always thought the Mothman was cool. I think the Richard Gere Mothman movie is really good. I think it could have been better. I didn't like it when I was younger because I didn't like. I was just too young to when I saw it was to like get excited about it. But watching it when I was older, I immediately loved it. I don't know. I like it when people go into those investigative things where they're not, even if they're not police, but it's like police procedural where they're getting information, and someone calls them up. Hey, we just found the guy you called. It looks like it came back. He used to go to this hotel, but just the typical police procedural aspects in a story. I love those things, man. Those are awesome. Shit. One thing is, since we're at like 45 minutes, I would like to check how my battery's doing without any sort of help. 47 minutes, I guess. Battery's not doing bad. Okay, well. Anyways. Where were we? Yeah, but the Mothman's cool. Like, design-wise and everything, and then like the kind of like the mythology, it seems pretty sweet. Excuse me. And when I say sweet, I mean it's still creepy.
A quote, man-sized bird, creature, something. The creature was later popularized by John Keel in his book The Mothman Prophecies, which claimed supernatural events related to the sighting and a connection to the collapse of the Silver Bridge. Some believe the legend originated from sightings of out-of-migration sandhill cranes or herons, while others attribute it to hoaxes and misidentified birds. Some pseudoscience adherents claim that the Mothman was an alien, a supernatural manifestation, or a previously unknown species of animal. Despite the lack of evidence, an annual festival is devoted to the Mothman legend, with an estimated 10 to 12,000 people attending each year. Ouija board. The Ouija board is a flat board marked with letters of the Latin alphabet, numbers, and various symbols, which people use to communicate with the dead or spirits during...
Whoops, wrong button. Nothing's working. Still not working.
Seance. The eerie phenomenon of the Ouija board has fascinated and frightened people for over a century. Even though many scientific studies have tried to explain the workings of the board, it remains unexplained and bizarre to many. The idiometer response, a type of unconscious movement, is the most commonly accepted explanation for the board's movement. But it still does not account for the messages supposedly coming from the spirit world.
I'll show you guys
the
an
Ouija
idiometer.
board's history is steeped in occult beliefs and religious
I should end this stream right now.
Critics and skeptics have long
And I may
condemned
come back. I need to do some stuff on my phone, and I just remembered that.